And would you look at that? Something a little different today. Oh, I know you guys are waiting for the music. You were waiting for the music. Hey, that's what we use. That's what we do. That's how we get the week started, right? But we got a little something different today. All right. We got something today and moving forward. We're doing something a little different. We got you see the new background. Oh, this is the wrong look, I got the old symbol. That symbol right that you see right there. That ain't it anymore. Let me fix that. Let me fix that real quick. I'm gonna show you what the new one is. It is right there. Oh, would you look at that? We got something new. All right, same show, fresh new look though. All right, so we hope you enjoy it. We got some new intro, right? You've been liking the beats that we've been providing for you guys so far. Hopefully you like this new one. B, are you ready?
I'm ready.
Let's hit it.
Well, I mean, I wasn't ready yet.
Oh wow!
I'm still trying to get over here, but I'm ready right now in a second.
Let's go. Yes. Now,
Danny, I was ready. I was ready enough.
He's not ready. I know, Danny. He's not ready. What is going on, LBHT crew B? What is going on?
Like you see, everything is going on. Apparently,
everything's going on, man. Yeah. We try to keep things fresh for y'all. We've been teasing it for a while. We've been telling y'all that we were working on some things behind the scenes. We hope you like it. Because we work hard and stuff ain't cheap. But listen. Happy Wednesday. Hope your week is going well. But if not, hopefully it gets better starting right now. Look, we had a lot to talk about, but we're just going to cut it down to Ravens and Panthers today. A little bit of NBA starting. Obviously, Ravens 3-3. That's not where we want to be. And they decided, let's get some firepower, B. Let's pull out the big guns. Mm-hmm. Let's get Desean Jackson. Yeah.
The 35-year-old?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Hey, they say he still got it. It's all my practice today. It looks like he still got it. It looks like
they said James Prochet had it in practice too.
Yeah. Well, we're going to discuss that. We're going to discuss Robbie Anderson being traded from the Panthers. Christian McCaffrey next. Ooh. And yes, it is the NBA season. We will be discussing our teams. If you've been watching this for a while, you know I am a Brooklyn Nets fan. B is a Lakers fan. They didn't look too good last night, though.
Whatever, man. Whatever. Okay.
Yes. All right. Let's give a couple of shout outs. Shout out to everybody that's in here. Well, first, we are streaming live. Let me just tell people where they can find us real quick. We are streaming live on YouTube, Facebook, Twitter, and Twitch. Okay, so if you're watching any of those places, hit the like button or whatever you do on Twitch. I'm not even sure what we do on Twitch yet. All right, but just hit the like or send some emojis or whatever. Okay. also, if you audio podcast listener, this is going to be available to you on Thursday. So if you're listening to this right now, we're putting this out on lunchtime. Hope you are enjoying your lunch. All right. So yeah, let's get into it. Oh, okay. Shout out. Let me give some shots here. Shout out to Garnett. Shout out to Garnett.
What's up, Garnett?
Appreciate you coming through. Big Reg is in the house. Says, what's good, everybody? Our guy Hendo from Ravens Online Gatekeeper says, well, would you looky here? What is that new hotness I see? Oh, okay. Yes. Raven Ron's here says, what up, LBHT? Ravens are the wide receiver homeless shelter. Oh, okay. That hurt.
Okay, man. Indeed.
But that is accurate. D Weezy is here. What's up, D Weezy? Appreciate you coming through. Alfonso Richardson says, nice. Oh, I'm glad you like it. Yes. Andre Mears is here. He's in the house. Appreciate you coming through. Yolanda's in the house. Appreciate you coming through, Yolanda.
How you doing, Yolanda?
Dandy likes it. She likes it.
Well, thank you, Dandy.
Was that Cam? Garnett asked in the intro. That was Cam.
That was indeed. We ain't putting Baker up there, Garnett. I mean, I don't know what you want from me.
Just Aloe says, hello, LBHT crew. Hope all is well with everyone. Love the funky 70s intro, baby. Hey, appreciate it. Appreciate it. Willie Seaborn says, what's good, fellas? What's good with you, Willie? Thanks for coming through. Filthy's in the house says, Lamar needed this. A true number one receiver. Finally. A true number one receiver in 2012. Yes.
Absolutely.
Marco G's in the house says, like the setup. Thank you. Appreciate it.
Thank you, Marco.
And our guy Davon says, hashtag LBHT crew. You already knew this was coming to be. Hendo says, Warriors. Hendo is a Warriors fan.
Whatever.
He is a Lakers fan. So Hendo is very happy right now. Shout out to MJ. Thanks for coming through. Tracy, what is going up? What's going on? It says LBHT crew says, look it up. Took it up a notch. Yeah, took it up a notch. Sorry, I got distracted by this person. I'm sorry, Tracy. I got distracted because right under you, it's Andrew. Where have you been hiding, Andrew?
What's
Shout
up,
out
Andrew?
To you. Thanks for coming through. I saw that now. I was like, what? Shout out to Kimberly. She's in the house. Shout out to Eric L. Appreciate you coming through. Suge Knight 323. Yes, he says, yo, did the new Old Man Gamers trailer premiere?
Don't make me send Liam Neeson after you again, Suge.
Not yet. Our guy Coach Evans is in the house. Says, good evening, guys. Hey, good evening to you. Coach? And shout out to Keelan Johnson. Thank you all for coming through. We are going to get this show started. We have a lot of Ravens to discuss, a lot of Panthers to discuss. But first, we like to start every show with a Black History fact. And B has a Black History fact for you.
Yeah, so I'm going to talk a little bit to start off with about Elizabeth Van Lew, who was a white woman who was alive during the Civil War time, in the 1800s. She grew up with in what was a fairly wealthy family. They owned slaves, and she was an abolitionist. And she spent her younger years trying to convince her family to free the slaves that they owned. When her father passed away, she got her inheritance, and what she did is she freed all of the slaves that her family owned, and then used her inheritance to go around and buy the family members of the slaves that her family owned and free them. After that, she started working in when the Civil War started working, like volunteering at a place called the Libby prison, where they held Union soldiers, because she's from Richmond. I probably should have mentioned that. She's from the South. But while she was working there, she would deliver them food and extra stuff. And after a little bit, started delivering escape plans to the Union soldiers. And then she would actually house the soldiers, and help them as they were trying to escape back north. Some of the Union generals found out about this, and they sent some people over to her and were like, we want to kind of recruit you as a spy. And what she eventually did was she started recruiting other people as spies as well. One of those people was Mary Benson. Actually, let me make sure. She had a few names that she went by.
She has some aliases.
Yeah, Mary Bowser, not Benson. Mary Bowser. Mary Bowser was a former slave who was owned by Elizabeth Van Lew's family. When she was younger, they sent her up north to Philadelphia to get an education. In 1855, they sent her over to Liberia, where she stayed for about 5 years. She came back to the U.S. and was immediately arrested when she went back to Virginia, because there was a law at the time that freed slaves were not allowed to return to Virginia. So she sat in jail for 10 days. Elizabeth Van Lew went and bailed her out, and they started working together as spies for the Union Army. And what Mary Bowser did was she kind of posed as a servant, a cleaning lady and all that, and she worked a few events for Jefferson Davis. And after a few events, she was actually not hired, but she brought in to work in the Confederate White House. And apparently Mary Bowser had a photographic memory, And so, when she was going around dusting and everything, she would be checking out some Confederate plans and passing that information to Elizabeth Lou, who would then pass it to the Union generals. And they said that they were one of the most effective spy groups during the Civil War. Elizabeth Van Loo actually got a not a medal, but a commendation from Ulysses S. Grant. Met him personally after the war, and that they provided some of the best information that they got during the war from any of their spies. So yeah, it was just an interesting story that I came across. How they used, or the Union used, a lot of former slaves to kind of undermine what was going on in the Confederacy and help out in winning the Civil War. But that's Elizabeth Van Loo and Mary Bowser.
Nice. That's a good Black history fact. Yes, there were a lot of white allies, abolitionists that helped the cause. So salute to them. They need recognition as well. My internet's a little spotty for a second. Hopefully that clears up, because I'm about to have beef with that company. Okay, we told y'all about this before. All right, if you ever see us plug this company in a positive way, you just know that bag was nice. Okay. Shout out to Raven C, man. What's going on? Thanks for coming through, man. Filthy says D-Jack is better than Bateman. Oh, the trolling begins. Look at that. Look at that. All right, look. Let's get into it. All right, so Lamar's got a new weapon, Desean Jackson. All right. We are getting to the point. I haven't gone fully out there. Oh, a shout out to Marco G for the donation, the $5 donation. Appreciate you coming through with it. He says Ravens giving Lamar a guy who caught passes from McNabb and Vic. Yes, Ravens job posting. If you're 32 and older and or eligible for Medicare or hip replacement, apply here. Wow. Lakers surrounded LeBron with shooters. Same way Ravens surround Lamar with wide receivers. That is a great comparison.
And I'll actually go to make that comparison later, that they are the Ravens of the NBA, just ignoring 3-point shooting like it doesn't exist.
Wow,
went 10 for 40 last night.
Hey, that was an amazing comparison. That was an amazing comparison right there. Yeah, look, I'm waiting to say this comment, but I'm gonna give you a little preview. Okay. We are 2 weeks away from the trade deadline, right?
Yeah, thereabouts.
2 weeks away from the trade deadline. They better make a move. Okay. They better make a move. I'm this close to saying they just don't care about winning.
Yeah.
You guys already know how I feel about this team. And I've been trying to hold the line for Lamar staying in Baltimore, right? Despite all the shenanigans that they're doing, they'll get it together. They'll get the deal done. And once they get the deal done, and I do believe if they get the deal done, at that point, it'll be for so much money, they'll have no choice but to commit to him. You know what I'm saying? Because the issues that players like McNabb had, like Cam had, is they got decent deals at the time, but it wasn't market changing deals. You know what I mean? And once you commit like that, there's no turning back. There's no wiggle room to say, well, we can get out of this later if we're not, if we're not feeling it or we want to go a different route. No, you are all in on him if you get Lamar his money. All right.
No,
go ahead.
On the other hand, they could say, we gave you your money, shut up.
They could.
The way we want to run it.
Well, no, they can, but what are you going to do? Like, there's no other options but to surround him with talent. Right, like once you give him the money, like you're not looking at anybody else, right? You're not even thinking about looking at anybody else. It has to work. Same thing with Kyler Murray, and they don't even like Kyler Murray. It doesn't seem like they're like, yeah, okay, we like him, but we know he doesn't study. But what are we gonna do, right? He wants the money. We're gonna give him the money, and we have to make it work now.
Yeah, but Baltimore's version of making it work doesn't involve them actually winning a Super Bowl. It doesn't involve them scoring points. It's really just, let's get to the playoffs and keep our name relevant so the fans will stick around.
Well, that's part of it, and you're gonna need talent for that too. But all that to say, I'm not so sure if they get the deal done. I'm not so sure if I want Lamar to stay here, right? If they don't get him any help by the trade deadline, they made it clear to Lamar, they made it clear to us as fans that they do not care about winning because it is obvious. You see it. It is obvious. We have a wide receiver problem.
Yeah.
Right. They can't deny it. They're not trying to deny it. That's why they're going out there making moves to get Andy Isabella. They're working out Tavon Austin. They're signing Desean Jackson, right? Because they know they messed up big time, even by their standards, right? So if you're not in the hunt, like no, you can't be in the hunt anymore. You have to make it happen. If you don't make it happen, if you don't get a wide receiver, and there will be one available, a quality wide receiver by trade deadline, don't tell me that you're serious about winning because you're not.
Yeah, and look, they're not. They've shown that for the last several years. You know, they're talking about, oh well, you know, they've got fans now going around saying, well, if we pay Lamar that, how are we going to put talent around on the rest of the team? Like, well, he's been on a rookie deal, less than all the other rookie quarterbacks were making, and you didn't put any talent around him then. Like, they're not interested in it. They don't care about winning a Super Bowl. That's not their goal. Their goal is purely financial, right?
Yeah.
They're not worried about winning another Super Bowl. They're worried about having people buy tickets, having people buy merch. That's it. I don't think they're going to make a move before the deadline, because any move that they make, you know, it's going to be, it's either going to be like this kind of Desean Jackson level type of thing where they can get somebody in real cheap, or it would have to be a major blockbuster trade where I really don't see them giving up the kind of assets that would take.
Yeah, I hear you. Shout out to Don D. Hey, thanks for coming through, man. Appreciate you.
What's up,
Raven C says that's the Ozzy way. Yeah. Ozzy's way don't work in today's NFL. Right?
Sure don't.
Shout out to Deshaun, says Jerry Jeudy was born to wear a Ravens jersey. I'll leave it at that. That is funny that you said that, because that's what I was looking at. Who said it? Somebody. Oh, okay. I'm not gonna say who said it, but there are some rumblings. There are some rumblings that maybe it's not all good with Jerry Jeudy in Denver. Well, honestly, look, it ain't good with none of them in Denver right now, right? And they looking at Russ kind of funny over there. But Jerry Jeudy might be a candidate for for a trade, for a possible trade. So we need to be looking into that. Or Cortland Sutton. I'll take either one of them. But the point is, we have to ask around, right? There might be some players that are available that teams aren't making it obvious. They're not necessarily advertising it, but if you call and ask, they'll say, yeah, we'll give them to you for the right price. And that's what we need to do. Jerry Jeudy over there in Denver, Terry McLaurin, or they probably wouldn't trade Dotson. They just drafted him. But Curtis Samuel, right? We got to look at those type of players. We got to get some quality receivers in here. Desean Jackson just isn't enough, man. I mean, even assuming that he stays fully healthy, what does that offer? What does that add to the offense right now?
Right. I think Desean can probably still play a little bit, but he doesn't really stay healthy. And when I say a little bit, I mean a little bit, right?
Yeah.
What he does is he gets deep. He gets open deep, right? And that's been Lamar's biggest area of struggle so far this year, is connecting on deep passes. So, and I don't want to hear about stretching the field. Stretch it for who? Like it's whatever. And the Ravens had a pretty extensive injury list out today. Mark Andrews is hurt. J.K. Dobbins didn't practice. Lamar popped up on the injury report too. So Rashad Bateman was back at practice, so that's nice to see. But I mean, Baltimore is ailing, and they don't have the kind of depth that the front office and Ravens fans would have you believe. If Mark Andrews misses a game, how are you going to move the ball?
It's the same question we had when we said, "Hey, if Bateman goes down, what's this wide receiver core look like?" And we're finding out.
And it looks like absolutely nothing. But if Mark Andrews goes down, how do you move the ball at all?
Right. They're going to try to call 30 run plays for Lamar. All right. And if I'm Lamar, I'm like, no, I'm just going to hand it off. Shout out to Griff. Griff says, "I'll give Djax 2 quarters before his hammy explodes." that's messed up.
That's not nice. That's
That's
nice at
not
all.
nice. You might be right about that. Just Al says, "Can we trade EDC?" At this point, his stock is down too. Who's gonna want him?
Right.
He looks terrible. We touched on this on Coach's channel, right? We went in on EDC. We keep talking about how, well, not we, but it gets floated out there. Hey, you can't protect Lamar when he messes up. You got to criticize him just like anybody else. EDC needs to start getting criticized because he's been protected up until this point.
Mm-hmm.
He has done a terrible job. I've been holding off on criticizing him because I believed that he would be a good GM, right? That some of these picks are going to start to work out. I honestly thought it will start this year. I felt like going into this season, there was going to be a sense of urgency from this organization because they wanted to keep Lamar, right? Especially EDC and Harbaugh, because their jobs are tied to Lamar, right? If they don't get this deal done, that time between Lamar and the next, franchise caliber quarterback will be too long of a gap for them to hold on to their jobs. There's going to be too much losing going on there for them to hold on to their jobs. So I felt like there's going to be a sense of urgency this offseason to say, we got to make it work. We got to get him signed. We got to win now. And these picks got to work out. If we're not going to be active in free agency, we have to hit on these picks. And they haven't. They just haven't. Kyle Hamilton does not look good. And yes, it is still early. He could turn into a good safety. I'm not saying he's a bust, but we need him to ball out right now.
Right.
We needed him to be Derwin James, right? Like right now. And he's not that. So that's not working out. Tyler Linderbaum's working out. I like Tyler Linderbaum a lot. Obviously, David Ojabo hasn't played, right? And outside of that,
George Pickens is working out, but y'all didn't pick him.
Yeah. So there's not a lot going on. All of our fourth round picks aren't doing anything. But we got Charlie Corley back, I guess. That's something,
Yes, sir.
So I mean, I'm very disappointed. It's still early. Yes, it's still early, but I'm very disappointed in EDC. I mean, Lamar's gotten more than enough criticism, I believe. EDC has gotten none, and he is going to get slammed. And I mean, look, we've been wanted John Harbaugh to get fired. So I mean, there's not much to say there. Yeah. Danny says Bishotti only cares about competing. He doesn't care about winning. Most owners don't care about winning. They don't care that much. Right. It's make money, 1, winning 2, right? For a lot of them. And then some of them winning is
probably not even. Yeah, it's probably not even second for most of them. Like you just look around all the professional sports leagues and you ask yourself why aren't teams more aggressive in making their team better? It's because they don't really care about winning.
Yeah.
They're weighing the impact of that addition, whatever addition it is, on their chances to win versus the financial impact, and it's just not worth it to them.
Yeah. Some take it a little more serious than others. I think some want to win when they feel like they have it, but they're close, right? Like Philly right now, I think they looked at it and said, "We're close. Do what you got to do. Let's get this. Let's get this Super Bowl, right?" That's where the Ravens need to be at right now. They should be saying, "Man, we're close. Just spend a little bit more money and make it happen," right? LA, the Rams were like that. Like what's his name, Kroenke. When they moved to LA, that was a high priority for them. We had to win a Super Bowl now because what's like in LA. That's a very fickle fan base. If you're not winning, you're not relevant. So like we gotta bring a Super Bowl. We just got a new stadium. We gotta bring a Super Bowl now, and they put everything into it, right? So salute to him. Like there's some owners that see the benefits of winning the Super Bowl and just staying in the hunt consistently, right? That's not going on right now. Keelan says Harbaugh nor EDC are getting fired once they trade Lamar to the Falcons. They're going to start their rebuild this offseason. That's why they didn't get any wide receivers in the draft or made a trade for one. Look, they're not going to get fired right away. They'll get fired after next year. I promise you that.
Yeah.
This isn't like exclusive to this franchise. Lots of franchises do that, right? What happened over in Carolina, right? Well, I mean, they didn't get rid of Cam. Well, they didn't get rid of Cam before Ron Rivera left, but Ron Rivera's out.
I don't know why you always got to go to Carolina.
Because there's a lot of parallels there, right? They kept Marty Hurney around, right? They kept Marty Hurney around. They got rid of Cam, and they're like, now you can go, Marty.
Yeah.
Right. So just because the owner tells you, hey, don't worry about it. You know, like we know it's going to be a rebuild. I know it's going to be a rebuild. Not worried about it. One awful year, you're going from perennial playoff team, right, with Super Bowl aspirations, down to the gutter, which is what this team will be if they get rid of Lamar. That's not going to fly, right? Yeah. And somebody's going to have to answer for that. It ain't going to be the owner, obviously. EDC will be fired if that happens. It won't happen immediately, but it will happen the following year, 2024 season. Shout out to Darren. Darren says Queen and Hamilton would have been first ballot for those picks to make any sense. Yeah. No, I agree. We never liked the Queen pick. We, too high for a middle linebacker in today's football, unless he's a special player, which he's not. Right. We already had CJ Mosley. We decided we didn't want to sign CJ Mosley. So they told you right there that they didn't value middle linebackers like that. So why are you spending the first round pick on one if you don't value them? Right. Kyle Hamilton, another one. Like, we had safeties on the team. Right. Why are you spending a 14 pick? We don't usually pick that high. Right. Unless he was at Derwin James type of safety. Why are you getting him? He's just a luxury pick. We had other needs there. So, yeah. OG says, Harb said he expects big things from Prochet once we play a team with short DBs. Oh, I see. Coach says, watch it, Jose. Yeah. He said once we play a team with short DBs. Is that what he said? I heard him say something. I heard him say something about Prochet today. But, look, John Harbaugh is a liar. Okay. Let me tell you something about John Harbaugh. You brought it up earlier. I saw a press conference. Somebody asked him about Lamar. They said, hey, he showed up to practice a little late. Everything okay there? He said, oh, yeah, they're just stretching him out. He had a full practice today. Everything's fine. He showed up on the injury report, right? And it said limited practice. He just lies. He's just a liar.
Well, I tell you, that's what gets him up in the morning. It's not coaching. It's not being a leader of men. It's a chance to look you in the eye and tell you something that ain't true and have you believe him. That's what gets him going.
I don't like Harbaugh. I don't like this man at this point. He should have been gone. 84 people in here. Go ahead and hit that like button. If you're new, hit that subscribe button. B, we're gonna take a quick break here because I need to let people know. You can't tell because I'm wearing the t-shirt, but it is cold outside. It is getting cold. It's getting progressively colder over here on the East Coast. And I don't like it. I don't like being cold, B. Okay. Luckily, we have some merch to keep us warm for this upcoming winter, because winter is coming, and winter, I think, it's going to be a cold one. Okay. If you look over at B, okay, I'm going to describe it for the audio podcast listeners. Right. What he's wearing is a Ring Kings podcast beanie made of the finest, what did Mike say? The finest Egyptian cotton. Okay. All right. He's got the hoodie to match. Okay.
Yes,
all that stuff.
Ring Kings hoodie.
Yes, I haven't even seen all the new products that have come up on the store today. Okay, they just popped up on the store magically. I haven't even seen everything yet. I can tell you can get this shirt here, right? It looks like it's black and white. That's just because of my blue screen. I'll show you a better picture of it right here, so you can get a better look at what I'm wearing. That is our Ravens City apparel. Okay, you can find that on the shop right now. Okay, we got all kinds of stuff that you can look through, that you can purchase to help you battle the elements this winter. Okay.
Editor's note: it's not actual Egyptian cotton, so don't be expecting that.
LBHTShow.com/shop is where you can find it. All right, go ahead and check out the new merch. You might see some of that stuff before I do. It is hot off the press. Okay.
Ryan said Brodny was born with a beanie on his head. You know what's really funny is I never wore one until we started the show.
I know.
Just what's going on, Engraven?
What's going on, Engraven? Thanks for coming through. Yes. All right. We'll take a couple more comments and then we'll get into some Panthers and then we'll do the picks and we'll talk some NBA. All right. We are committed to giving you an hour and 15 minutes. Okay.
One of us is. One of us is.
B wants a hard hour, but
I want less, but it's all right. It's okay though. It's okay.
Add to Pop says, did you hear the nonsense Orlando Scandrick said about Lamar? I don't care.
Who's Orlando Scandrick? Why are you listening to Orlando Scandrick? Y'all need to get off of social media.
Is he back on TV? I know when Shannon roasted him, he dipped for a little bit, man. Like I was a little mad at Shannon the way he bullied him. I was like, man, that wasn't called for. All right. Engraver says Prochet probably going to get traded. Harbs done talked him up today.
Get traded where? Who gonna trade for James Prochet? You can't trade him. You can't trade him to the CFL. Like he gonna sit his ass right on that bench like he always does.
I thought they stopped trading coaches. You're not allowed to trade coaches anymore. What's going on, Z the Beast?
You're gonna try to trade him back to SMU.
Hey, that's what I'm talking about. Z the Beast says, "What's up, fellas? On my lunch break, literally." That's what I'm talking about. Shout out to the people that are on lunch break. Hey, listen, night shift got lunch break too. Okay. Yes. Prochet or Peters for Engraven. Hey. Or Peters. Yeah, for first. That's what you're asking for first. I would love it. Look, if we got a conditional seventh for Prochet, I would take it. Okay. We will come back to this. All right. B. There's what are you laughing at?
I'm the coach down here.
Back to SMU. What's going on, Darius? Darius, I think you had asked a question. I think it was you. I apologize if it wasn't. You asked a question on Twitter if we could touch on the media and how they're trying to paint a bad picture for Lamar. They're pointing out his mistakes and everything.
Well, not the media, but specifically Ravens
media. Yes, Ravens media. We already know what it is with them, right? We called them out on this a while back. Like, yes, they're going to try to paint a certain narrative towards Lamar to say, yeah, his value isn't as high as he wants it to be. And I mean, we heard that during the game. Like, you hear people say, his value dropped because of one bad game out of 17 games. Let me tell you something. Right. His value is not going to drop.
Look, and I don't like hearing that. It is not possible for his value to drop this season, because I mean, just envision in your mind the absolute worst case scenario for Lamar Jackson. He plays as terribly as you imagine he can play for the rest of the season. You think the Ravens let him walk?
Right.
Because that's the only alternative. Like, either they hit him with the franchise tag and he's making $45 million next year, or he hits free agency and he makes all the money. Because one bad season, one terrible season, surrounded by Tylan Wallace and James Prochet and Devin Duvernay, is not going to stop any of these other teams from signing a former MVP. Only in Baltimore will it drop your value not being able to turn Tylan Wallace into a star. I know that there's this thought out there that quarterbacks are supposed to make their receivers better. That's not a real thing. You remember when Tom Brady had Rashae Caldwell on them boys and they couldn't catch the ball? All of them were gone.
I could barely remember. That was for like 8 games. They're like, nope, let's get them.
Every one of them was gone the next season, and they went and got Randy Moss and Wes Welker.
That's right.
No, you don't make the wide receivers better. You get great players to play with great players, and it makes your offense better. It's not on Lamar to teach these dudes how to run routes and teach these dudes how to catch. That's not his job.
Not at all. They think they're being slick. They think that, if we just do the bare minimum and, he doesn't show anything, that'll keep his value down and we can negotiate with him and tell him, hey, look, you got to do better. That's not going to work, because everybody can see what you're doing, right? And these teams aren't dumb, and the fans aren't dumb. Like the media is completely different now. Like, you don't control the narrative. You just don't. And these teams are looking at what you're doing and saying, oh yeah, I could do a whole lot better than that. Like, I mean, Bateman's your best wide receiver. I mean, look, we got Devontae Adams over here, or whoever, like whatever team, whatever team that is looking
coming after Deadeye Derek. That's not warranted at all.
Yeah, I didn't mean it, Derek. But whoever they'll get somebody. And shout out to Anonymous for a $20 donation. Says,
Thank
where is
you.
Mr. Jackson probably going in 23? Whew. Okay, so look, I mean, Miami is the big talk, right?
Yep.
Tua, he had that big game, and then he's been concussed since. We don't know how long it's going to take for him to. I'm not sure when he's planning on coming back, but we don't know how he's going to look for the rest of the season. But that's a possibility, and that is a team that will say, "Oh yeah, we got way better weapons over here, right? We'll surround him with talent. This is his hometown. Bring him here. That's one team. You got who else? Still another team out there. Atlanta. I think somebody brought up Atlanta earlier.
Yeah.
Right. They've got Kenyon Drake. Right. They'll add more, and they got Kyle Pitts. Not Kenyon Drake. Drake London. Drake London. Yeah. I'm sorry, Drake.
and they'll be getting Calvin Ridley back next season as well.
Calvin Ridley. I forgot about him.
If they decide to keep him there, which hopefully they do.
Yeah.
And put a nice offense around whatever quarterback they decide to try and build around. It's not going to be Desmond Ridder. He's not that guy. But whoever it ends up being.
But listen, a whole lot of teams, even teams that you think are set at quarterback, will say, "Nah, we'll take that guy right there." Okay.
Yeah.
So
they might be sending Trey Lance up to Baltimore at that point, right?
King Hook just said perfect time. King Hook. He said 49ers. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. When somebody like that hits the market, plans change.
Yeah.
Add to Pot says, do you think the Ravens are trying to sabotage Lamar so they can be like, see, this is why we didn't want to pay you this much, and that Bateman injury is weird. So we kind of touched on that a little bit, right? I think there might be a little bit of that going on. I don't think they're actively trying to sabotage him, but I think it's just a little apathy there, right? Like they're just kind of like
the what was it, Occam's razor, right? The most the simplest answer is usually the right one, the first answer, right? They're incompetent. They're not trying to sabotage Lamar. They love Lamar. I fully believe that. I fully believe that John Harbaugh loves Lamar Jackson. He saved his job.
Yeah.
Right. That's John's guy. I'm sure the EDC loves Lamar Jackson. They make their job easier, or he makes their job easier, but with his ability. But they're incompetent. Yeah. They don't know how to put together a modern offense. Yeah. They have a offensive coordinator who doesn't know how to run a modern offense. So it's not that they're trying to hurt Lamar's value. They just don't know what they're doing.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, I wanted to mention earlier, shout out to Anonymous and Marco G for the donations. You see the new animation. I hope you see the new animation there. I know you're wondering, how do you do that? How do I get that? That is how we do our super chats here. Okay. We do super chats a little differently over here. There are two ways to do that. One right below B, $ LBHT Show. That is the Cash App. Also, that pin link that you see in the comment will take you to our Stream Elements page. Both ways, you leave a donation, leave your comment, and you get Microphone Man. Yes, he is Microphone Man right there. He will raise his fist just like I do, okay, to tell you thank you. All right, and we will read your comment on air. King Hook says they've never had luxury on the offense and doesn't know what to do with him, like buying a Lambo and don't know how to start it and maintain it. Listen, I was just about to say, and we got to bring D Weezy up. He's been waiting patiently. I was just about to say, they are acting like this is their first time with a hot chick and they don't know how to act. Okay, that's what they're acting like right now. It's not that hard. Don't overthink it. Get him some weapons, let him do his thing, and win a lot of games. Right? Will they learn it? I don't know. Look, we've seen this act over decades with black quarterbacks. That's why I'm very glad that Lamar's handling it the way he's handled it, because in the past, other quarterbacks didn't handle it this way. He's going to force them to either commit or let him walk. Either way, Lamar's going to win, and I support it.
I sit here and I think like Deebo Samuel, AJ Brown, DK Metcalf, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, any one of those guys, if they had gotten any one of those guys, they're 6-0 right now.
Yes, easily.
Mm-hmm.
Easily. Like those teams don't even mount a comeback.
No.
Like Coach says, foot on neck, right? That's what we'd have been doing. So, all right, guys, it is time. You cue it up. Cue it up, B.
Get to it.
I got it.
Okay, I mean, I got it too, but you know, whatever.
Come on, clown it, baby. Come on, twinkle, twinkle, baby. Twinkle, twinkle.
Twinkle. Yes. Going on, D Weezy. It is time for lunch money bets. D Weezy has got the hotness for you, man. How's it going?
You are muted.
He is so hot. Sound can't even capture his voice. That's how hot these bets be, man. And you see the Panthers hat that D Weezy has on. He is also a Panthers fan. We'll get a couple of his opinions once his audio is set here. His opinions on the Robbie Anderson trade and the possible Christian McCaffrey trade. We're going to talk about that because speaking of Robbie Anderson, we should have been in on Robbie Anderson. That would have been a trade where I would have sat here. Oh, he disappeared. He'll come back.
Yes.
Well, let's talk about it real quick until he gets back. Okay. Let's get into the Panthers talk real quick. We should have traded for Robbie Anderson. Okay. But he went to the Cardinals because the Cardinals loved it. Oh, what is this? D Weezy leaves and OTR Mike appears.
Did you sabotage my man?
So
who's fencing in the background?
You see that? This is why I can't stay long. I can't stay long because my environment isn't that conducive. But I just wanted to hop on and say that intro, the new intro, is fire. Super dope. Super dope. Yes. And I just wanted to read this one thing to y'all before my man D Weezy goes, because y'all were talking about the lack of weapons that Lamar has. Mm-hmm. And we talked about it on the round table. So look, real quick, this is a list of the wide receivers that Lamar Jackson has had. Michael Crabtree, John Brown, Willie Snead, Seth Roberts, Chris Moore, Jaleel Scott, Hollywood Brown, Miles Boykin, James Prochet, Devin Duvernay, Des Bryant, Tylen Wallace, Tim White, DeAnthony Thomas, Rashard Bateman, and DeMarcus Robinson. And that's my time, fellas. I'm out.
Appreciate it, Mikey.
And
I just want you guys to think about that. I want to ask you guys, think about that. If we traded every single one of those wide receivers, could we get Tyreek Hill?
No. Could you get anything?
Could we get Robbie Anderson? No. G Weezy
is back. Can everybody hear me?
Yes, sir.
Awesome. Yes.
All right, what we got?
Yes, tonight, it's actually the sports equinox. It's one of those rare nights where we have all four major sports. Or no, it may be tomorrow night, but we got sports for everybody. We got football, basketball, baseball, hockey, everything's going. I'm currently watching, one of my World Series tickets in the championship round of, the playoffs in the MLB right now. So I'm keeping my eye on that. As far as the bets for this coming week in the NFL. All right, first things up, I got the Kansas City Chiefs -2.5 as they take on the 49ers. I don't know if the 49ers are going to be able to put up points and keep up with Kansas City's offense, even though we've seen Kansas City struggle a little bit. They've continued to prove that they've been the team that we've known them to be. Offensively, they have things figured out. It's more a question, what will the defense do? And I don't think Jimmy G and Shanahan will be able to go out there and beat that Chiefs defense. In my next game, I'm looking at New England Patriots, even though it's a big spread as they take on the Pittsburgh Steelers. Patriots currently -9 points, but we've seen, Zappy has gone out there multiple weeks, and in a league where we've seen Cooper Rush go out there, and if you don't make mistakes and have the proper pieces around you, you might be able to make it work, and that seems to be what's occurring in New England right now. And Chicago's inability to put up points when it comes to something like a spread, even with that big number, I got to lean towards New England in this game. Now, bringing it back home, earlier I did hear Jose mention my Panthers and take Tom Brady in the points. Do not back this Panthers team. This offense, 5 times they threw it across the line of scrimmage Sunday. 5 times.
5 times.
That's it.
And he just got named the starter moving forward.
Yikes.
Okay, yeah, take those points, or give up the points. We're taking Tampa Bay in this game -11. Now, in the Ravens game, I like Cleveland plus the 6.5. I think this is going to come down to their run game versus how well can the Ravens contain Hunt and Chubb in the backfield. It's coming in as one of the top rushing attacks, if not the top rushing attack in the league right now. And in past weeks where y'all have heard me say, a key matchup about one unit within the defense versus the other team's top offensive unit, that can be a critical deciding factor in the game. And especially with that spread getting points, yes, I think it's possible for Baltimore to win that game outright, but it's a question of how many points are they going to put up. And Baltimore's proven that they'll win by, Justin Tucker. That's it. They'll win by that field goal.
Points. Yeah.
So, yes, that covers the NFL I got. And I do have a couple NBA plays because, yes, NBA's back. Thank you, Jesus. And, even though my team ain't going to be doing too well, they might be in the tank series. We got San Antonio and Charlotte playing tonight, and I will be jumping on the game total under. I was able to get it at 221.5. I'm taking the under on that game total. I don't think there'll be a lot of offense here. Charlotte's going to be without basically their top 2 scorers from last year, a couple rookies. They'll be having, a couple rookies out on the court. There's a lot wrong there. So I'm happy to take the under there. And then in the Denver game, the Nuggets versus the Utah Jazz, that's another game where I'm going to be jumping on the under the over. Because at 225, I feel both these teams, the Jazz, even though they've been stripped down, they have some players that can put up points. And it's possible we see the Joker go off for, 30, 40 points, which his point prop is another area that people could potentially target before tip-off.
All right. And real quick, let's get to Raven Ron. Raven Ron coming through says degenerate Ron's bets. NHL Kraken Blues under 6 and Jets Avalanche over 6.5. Jets. They have a Jets in NHL?
Yes. In Canada, I believe.
Yeah.
Winnipeg. Score 1.
OU Texas over 62. Houston Atlanta over 234.5, and Mississippi State outright versus Bama. Wow. D Weezy, your thoughts? Get on my level of crazy. Okay.
I'm telling you, because that last one, man, you talk about swinging big. Like, damn. Like, Tennessee put something in your drink, didn't it? What Tennessee are you drinking?
Yeah.
But yes, with the OU Texas game, I definitely feel the over is a possibility. We're talking, that traditional Big 10, Big 12 type football where we're going to see a lot of offense going out there. You're talking about only needing basically 30 points on each side. I think that can definitely come in. It's a similar scenario with the Houston-Atlanta game, even though it's a situation where we might not have much scoring talent on the court. There's not going to be any defense in this game. So expect a lot of scoring here. That's why they put up that big total, 234.5. And I still think the over is definitely a possibility in the early season. With the NHL game, Kraken's taking on the Blues. I don't know much on the Blues off the top of my head, but this could be a situation where you're taking the under as 2 bad teams play off against each other. With the Jets Avalanche, not knowing much on that Jets yet this season. The Avalanche coming off the run they had last season, that over could be in definite threat.
All right. Okay. If you guys want more, D Weezy is going to tell you where you can get some more. Like, he covers everything. If you got questions, anything, you hit up D Weezy. D Weezy, tell the people where they can find you.
Yeah, y'all can reach me at Backyard Action Media here on YouTube, where, as my man Jose said, I'm covering. If they play it, I cover it. It's that simple. Y'all can also sign up at patreon.com/ Backyard Action Media or BAM News, excuse me, and get even more content. And even recently in my channel in the Discord, we even had a couple LBHT crew members hitting it big, you know. So it's not just me offering opinions and advice and potential plays, because I don't think anybody in here would have, been upset if they happened to cash on a plus 3,000 ticket, plus 2,000, yeah, that's winning big. And that wasn't even me. So props to the crew, keep things up. And we out here just trying to keep them bankrolls growing.
All right, there you have it. You can also find D Weezy on our overtime show. He usually hangs out with us there, which happens right after the show. So D Weezy, thank you very much. We will see you soon, my friend.
All right, everybody, take care.
All right, and yes, like he said, overtime show. There we go. There it is. I didn't even put the Patreon stuff. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. I'll make sure I put that on there. Patreon.com/LBHT Show. That is where we do the overtime show. That is where D Weezy has his own channel on our Discord. B's going to give you some information about our tiers. We got 3 tiers. B, tell him about the tiers real quick.
Tell Jacob he can come on the camera or just be off the camera. Like either way. Like I can see your arm, little man. What's up, Jacob?
Our assistant producer had some important news to tell me real quick. What do you want to tell me?
I'm going to take a shower now.
Okay, you go do that. You finish your homework?
All right. So yeah, we got the $3 tier, which is kind of a general support tier that'll get you into our NFL Pick'em League that we do every season, where we give away a custom LBHT trophy to the winner at the end of the year. We have the $10 tier.
That's the current champion. That's the current champion, Mr. OTR Mike. By the way, Mikey's back. I just want you to know that. Okay, he's away from his chair, but he's in the back. He's in the back. I think he wants to get back on. That's our current champion.
And again, he broke the trophy. But moving on, the $10 tier will get you into our fantasy football league. We have a dynasty league right now. We do a redraft league as well. If there's enough interest, we'll start up a second dynasty league. The $10 tier will also get you the LBHT crew coin that Jose has right there. I believe
I do have it.
He does.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It gives you the ability to request specific content. If you want an article or video on a sports topic, we'll produce that for you. And I should probably show the championship belt that everybody's playing for in the Dynasty League.
Yes.
Don't mind the Dragon Ball Z characters blowing bubbles on the sides, because that's just the winner from last year. Deshaun got to put his logo on the belt. So we're doing that for the winner. The first 4 years, they get to put it on the belt just to have a little bit of history with the league. We also have the $20 tier, which is a combined tier for this show and our other podcast, Ring Kings, with our friend OTR Mike. We talk about boxing over there. And with that tier, you get our custom poker deck featuring our top 25 fighters of all time. We have a 5-part series over on the Ring Kings podcast channel. Definitely check it out. It's a lot of fun, kind of, ranking and breaking down those fighters. And all of the tiers will get you into the overtime show, those I mentioned that we do after this show every week, and also into our Discord channel.
Yes. And shout out to Huddle Up Films says, Hendo's belts, nice. Wrong, sir. Wrong. I will have you know this is a highly competitive league. Hendo will not be winning those belts. Okay. Everybody's sleeping on Avon's crew. Okay. This is the Avon Barstow crew over here. They think we don't have a shot. We got something for them though. There it is.
Show the top part, Mike.
Yeah. Yes.
Wow.
All right.
Fantastic.
I think Mikey wanted to come back up. I think he wanted to join conversation. Look, so I know they want to keep talking Ravens. Let's get in some Panthers talk real quick because that ties.
This is gonna be Ravens related. it's going to be Ravens adjacent.
It is. It is.
Every time you bring him up, he's not looking now.
Okay. All right. When you're ready, Mikey, just give me the thumbs up. Give me the thumbs up.
So Carolina, as some of you may know, fired Matt Rule. Hooray! The king is dead. Long live the king, kind of stuff. Blah blah blah.
You feel a little better about the season, though, don't you? Just a little bit.
Not about the season. No, I feel better about the future. The season's done.
No. I'm not saying like you think you're gonna start winning, but you feel a little better. Going through the season knowing that he's not there.
Not really. Like I said, I don't think that Steve Wilkes is a good head coach. I know PJ Walker can't play.
Right.
I mean, and there's no hope for anyone else to come in. Like if Matt Corral hadn't gotten hurt, I'd be like, okay, let's put Matt Corral in there, see what Matt Corral's got. But he's out for the season. Baker Mayfield is tragic. Sam Darnold is tragic. PJ Walker is worse than both of them. So no real hope there, especially considering Robbie Anderson got into it with one of the coaches on the sideline. What's up, Mike? And got himself traded to the Arizona Cardinals. They swooped right in and picked him up because Hollywood Brown injured his foot. He's going to be out for 4 to 6 weeks.
Yeah.
So they were aggressive. That's what aggressive teams do. Baltimore said, "Man, did you see our offense? We need a wide receiver. Let's wait for them to deliver the paper and see what's in the want ads." And Robbie Anderson got traded, and they found Desean Jackson's personal ad there. But there are still other players in Carolina who could potentially be on the move, and this is where it becomes even more Baltimore related, right? Because Christian McCaffrey is the big one. And he's not going to Baltimore, obviously. They have J.K. Dobbins. They have Gus Edwards. They have Justice Hill. They have Kenyon Drake. They're not really in the market for a running back, even though they probably should be.
None of those guys that you name would prevent me personally from trying to get Christian McCaffrey.
And that's what I'm saying. Like Christian McCaffrey is another level from those guys, obviously.
Yes.
But I don't think Baltimore's in the market for Christian McCaffrey. But
no, I don't think so.
Some teams that they play against are Buffalo is. Buffalo is rumored to be very much in on Christian McCaffrey. And if you look at Buffalo, you're talking about a team who had one of the top defenses in the league last year, either first or second, I can't remember now. But they had a great defense. They have a quarterback who's playing at an MVP level right now in Josh Allen. They have an elite wide receiver in Stephon Diggs. They have a very good number 2 wide receiver, a home run hitting wide receiver in Gabriel Davis. They have a nice tight end in Dawson Knox. No, he's not Mark Andrews, but he's a good, solid tight end.
Yeah.
The one thing that they don't have is a run game. And if you go and you get Christian McCaffrey, the team doesn't have a weakness anymore. Whereas if you look at Baltimore, we can talk about their O-line. We can talk about that right now. For most of the season, we can talk about their run game, talk about their wide receivers, we can talk about their D-line, we can talk about their edge rushers. They have weaknesses all over the place, and they're not interested in really addressing any of those. But Christian McCaffrey going to Buffalo, and another rumored signing, they're saying that Kansas City is looking to sign Odell Beckham, right?
Yeah.
Those are moves that really, realistically knock Baltimore out of contention. They can't keep up with those teams if they're adding star players at positions of weakness.
Yeah.
And Baltimore is adding Desean Jackson and Andy Isabella.
So are we back to the Ravens talk?
Well, look, I think just talking about who the Panthers may move, right?
Yeah.
I do think that they will move Christian McCaffrey. I think they should move Christian McCaffrey.
I know
it's
a lot
just
of people,
a matter of where he ends up.
Yeah. Like I know a lot of people want DJ Moore, right? Andre Miller says DJ Moore sounds good, going to cost a lot, but it would be worth it. It would be worth it, but you already know we're not going to do that. And I don't think the Panthers are trying to shop DJ Moore. They're not trying.
DJ Moore's not going anywhere.
The Panthers are not trying to sell the whole house, right? Like that's not what's going on. It's not a fire sale going on over there. There are certain players that they're looking at saying they're just not going to be part of the long-term plan. This is the right time to trade Christian McCaffrey, right? We talked about this before. When you signed a deal, you only had but a handful of years, prime years, to where his value would be worth it. And if you're not competing, it's not worth keeping him. So he's still a quality player. He's one of the best in the league. But you guys aren't close to competing yet, so it's better to get something for him now.
Right,
So,
and he's healthy and he's been playing really well. So yeah, he has repaired his value from the last couple of years, and he's a player who can, we talk about running backs and how much they matter, right? Yeah. And for a team like Carolina, they don't matter at all. For a team like Baltimore, where you not really committed to the run, they don't really matter at all. For a team like Buffalo, who just needs somebody to give the run game a shot in the arm and give them another weapon, he can put them over the top.
Yeah. So, and shout out to Anonymous for the $20 donation. Appreciate it. Says, will Mr. Newton be signed by week 9 or 10? I say yes.
I say absolutely not. He's not.
I say
back.
Yes. Listen,
they're going to roll with PJ Daniels, and you know why else? You know why else they're not going to? Aside from Cam not wanting any part of
not
Carolina,
PJ Walker.
I keep saying Daniels. It's ridiculous. Aside from Cam not wanting any part of Carolina, and rightfully so, Carolina shouldn't really want any part of Cam at this point, because what if he does come in here and win games? How does that help you?
Then he'll sell tickets.
I don't care. I want our next quarterback. They're in place right now to get the number 1 overall pick.
Look, you mentioned the Bills earlier, right? What happened to the Bills when they were trying to tank? They were actively trying to tank for Josh Allen, and they made the playoffs. Mm-hmm. They gave up whatever they needed to give up to move up and get Josh Allen, right?
They did. And I don't want to give up anything when we could just get the pick for free.
Yeah, but you don't remember what they gave up.
I do remember what they gave up.
What did they give up?
They gave up Marcel Darius, and they gave up their starting left tackle and a bunch of picks.
And now they're the best team in the league.
Years later, yes.
Like 2 or 3 years later. But it wasn't like they were garbage the whole time. Like, they've been competitive. They've been in the playoffs. Right? They've won multiple playoff games. Like, nah, man.
Carolina's not built like Buffalo.
But they got your coach.
Yeah, they did. We don't have a coach.
Not yet.
It's debatable on whether or not we have a GM. We don't have any depth, and I don't want to give up what few assets they do have to move up to get a pick that they are going to earn on the field.
I want Cam back. Okay. Cam coming back.
And again, the other thing too, I don't want
Anonymous
Cam,
week 9 or 10.
Yes. I don't want Cam coming back to Carolina. If he's going to come back and play, I want him to play somewhere where he has a chance to win something.
Well, he's not going to get that chance unless he can show out. He can go to Carolina, has some good games, put something down to show teams that yes, he's still that guy, and then go somewhere where he can win something.
But ain't gonna be no showing out without Christian McCaffrey there, and Robbie Anderson.
All right, look,
and maybe Brian Burns.
Look, we are going to resume the Ravens talk in a second, but we are on a streak with these picks. Now, I don't know if you guys are keeping track of how we're doing, because I'm not, right? We're just making picks. We're going to do this rapid fire. We're going to talk a little NBA, and we'll finish bonus time. I know you guys want to talk more Ravens, right? About what we're not going to do. I see you, Keelan, and I agree. We're not going to do anything. Look, we know what the Ravens aren't going to do. That's obvious. That's not going to stop us from saying what they should do, right? You're going to hear that all day on this channel, what we think the Ravens should do, what we think they're doing wrong, and what they're doing right. If they do something right, we're going to tell you, yeah, we like the move. But if we don't like it, we're going to let you know we don't like it. We're going to tell you what they should do, regardless of whether they do it or not, right? I am not one of those people that says, hey, it's not going to happen, so let's not talk about it. No, you don't have to talk about it. I'm going to talk about it, okay? If you don't like it, you can change the channel.
Yeah.
Okay? All right. Listen.
As Mike Tyson said, turn off your station.
You hear that? Hear that snap? That means rapid fire time. It is rapid fire. Let's get these picks. We had we had, I think, record time last week. Let's see if we can beat it this week. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to make our picks for week 7. If you want to join in, type fast. Okay, it's rapid fire time. Let's go.
All right, New Orleans at Arizona. Keep in mind, Arizona's getting DeAndre Hopkins back, and they just acquired Robbie Anderson. I'm taking, unfortunately, Arizona in this one.
Ooh, I got Arizona.
Atlanta at Cincinnati. Atlanta is one of my favorite fun but not good teams in the league. but they're not going to beat Joe Burrow and the crew, taking Cincinnati in there.
And New Orleans almost did it. I got Atlanta.
Wow. Detroit at Dallas. Cooper Rush came crashing back down to earth when he played a good team in Philly. But he's going to get back on track and Dallas wins.
I thought he fought back in the second half. He didn't just lay down. I like what I see for Cooper Rush. I got Dallas.
Indianapolis at Tennessee. This is the who gives a damn bowl. But
Wow.
I'm going to go ahead and take the home team just because they're at home, Tennessee Titans.
Listen. Colts fans, okay, Tennessee fans, do not listen to this, man. Your fans of other teams watch this, okay? We don't just put it on YouTube. This goes on TikTok, Instagram. This goes everywhere.
Nobody cares about the Colts and Titans game. No one.
I got the Colts.
Okay, Green Bay at Washington. Carson Wentz is out. Taylor Heineke is in. He is also very bad at the football. And Green Bay is going to be very upset after they got stomped out by the Jets. I'm taking the Packers.
Yeah, Packers.
Tampa Bay, Carolina taking Tampa Bay.
I got Carolina, man. I think they're going to win. They're not going to go.
You don't believe that.
They're not going to go winless this whole
You don't
season.
believe that.
What's the score?
Man, I'm going to say it's going to be 27-9.
Look, the Panthers played a very competitive first half last week. They just played a much better team.
Don't laugh, Vanity.
I think they are going. It's a division game. I think Carolina's going to win 21-17. Think about that.
New York Giants at the Jacksonville Jaguars, the 5-1 New York Giants. I am going to say that they keep it rolling 6-1 Big Blue.
They've gotten some ugly wins. I mean, but look, you get on a win streak, you teams like to keep it going. I think it'll be another ugly win, but I got the Giants.
Cleveland at Baltimore. I'm thinking, our guy Ravens ER says that he doesn't believe that Rashad Bateman is going to play this week. If Rashad Bateman doesn't play this week, I'm taking Cleveland.
Wow. I got Baltimore.
Especially with Mark Andrews hurt.
What's your score? Or you want me to go first?
Go ahead.
Baltimore is at Baltimore too. They can't have another sloppy game. I say they win big. They're going to win 31-17.
I'm taking Cleveland 24-20.
Wow. Okay.
New York Jets at the Denver Broncos. Usually I would just laugh and say, ha, 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 Denver. But they've got Russell Wilson at quarterback. They've got Melvin Gordon at running back. And the Jets have been playing really tough. I am saying the Jets win.
Yeah, the Jets.
Houston at Vegas. Ha, 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 I'm taking the Raiders.
Yeah, I got the Raiders.
The Seattle Seahawks at the LA Chargers. I mean, LA really needs to get rolling. Like they are struggling every week. And I think that Geno will play well, but not well enough. Chargers win.
I got Seattle.
It's just because you have Geno on your team, but whatever. Kansas City at San Francisco. And it's going to be Kansas City big.
Big? I got Kansas City. I'm not sure if it's big. At San Francisco, too. I got Kansas City winning, but I don't think it's going to be big. At least it'll be close.
Pittsburgh Steelers at the Miami Dolphins. Don't have any real idea who's playing quarterback for either team in this game. But I'm going to take the Steelers. Mitch looked pretty decent last week. I think Kenny Pickett will start, and I'm going to roll with baby hands.
Yeah, I got Miami.
And then the Monday night game that no one asked for, the Chicago Bears and the New England Patriots. You know what? I'm taking Chicago in the upset.
How did Chicago get back-to-back primetime weeks?
Well, last week was Thursday. Everybody gets a Thursday game.
Still. No way Chicago wins this. I got New England.
It's Bailey Zappi. What do you mean, no way?
He's been playing well.
What do you mean, no way?
You want to talk? Look,
he's like
the
all right.
The real QB controversy is Zappi and Mac
controversy.
Jones.
Mac Jones sucks, but it's still Bailey Zappi.
Zappi might take that job.
Whatever. Like I don't even know how to pronounce his name properly. That's how irrelevant that guy is.
It's Zappi. I think it's Zappi.
I don't know.
All right, Mikey.
I'm taking my man Justin Fields.
Mikey agrees with me. All right.
I agree with you.
God
yes.
Damn it, Mike. All right.
All right. That was rapid fire. I'm not sure if we beat last week's time, but that was pretty good. That was pretty good. Okay. Some NBA, and then we're going to fire bonus time. Yes, it is NBA time. NBA is here. I know some of you are here for the Ravens, and you don't want to hear basketball, but we are going to give it to you. Yes. Last night, Bees, LA Lakers.
Why don't you start with your Nets?
They're playing tonight, right?
They are.
What time?
They are playing right now, and they are getting stomped out.
What's the score?
42-28.
I'm not worried.
Playing the Pelicans.
Not worried. Not worried. What quarter is it? Second quarter?
It is second quarter, and CJ McCollum has 11 points.
We're gonna win that game. You mark my words.
They're going to win that game.
The LA Lakers did not win their game,
but Kevin Durant is 2 for 7, and Kyrie Irving is 2 for 9. So
yeah. All right. We'll get to the Nets in a second. But was it Marco G that made the comparison to shout out to Marco G. What's going on with the Lakers is very similar to what's going on with the Ravens. You have LeBron James, who he's getting long in the tooth, but he's still one of the best players in the league. But he needs shooters. And they're saying, what if we give you not shooters? Okay.
What if we give you Lonnie Walker instead?
Yeah. What if we give you Pat Bev, who can't even play defense anymore?
And if you listen to his teammate Russell Westbrook, he never could.
It's just one game. It's going to be overreaction to one game. I don't think they're going to be as bad as they looked last night. I think really it was one really bad quarter that got them down. That third quarter.
Well, that's the Warriors thing, right? They're a third quarter team. They kill you in the third quarter. Yeah. But you have to play defense, and you have to shoot the ball well. And the Lakers aren't really capable of doing either one of those things. Yeah. They went 10 for 40 from 3. I don't think that – I'm not sure what happens that makes that any better. They're already saying that they're going to wait until after Thanksgiving before potentially making a trade to improve the roster. Like, why do you need to see that much bad basketball?
Yeah, I mean, a couple of weeks, right? You practice in your off season, right? Like you had a little.
All these guys have histories. You know they can't shoot. They're not going to start shooting.
Yeah, I'd be making some calls.
They could have had Buddy Hield and Miles Turner, and for whatever reason, they're so hesitant to trade Russell Westbrook while simultaneously telling everybody that they want to trade Russell Westbrook. Listen, this is not one of those moments like with Shaq, like with Kobe, where someone is going to dump a megastar in your lap, and you just need to wait around for it, and they're going to take Russell Westbrook, and you're going to have Luka. They're going to take Russell Westbrook and you're going to get Giannis. That's not going to happen this time. Just trade him and get the pieces that you need to put around LeBron and AD so that you might be able to compete. They're still a month away from having Dennis Schroeder back, which is, I mean, he's not a great player, but I mean, he
helps.
He's a good, solid player, and he would hopefully will help on defense when he comes back. Yeah. But what are you going to do until then?
Yeah. I don't know, man. Like it was never an easy way to fix, or get the help that AD and LeBron need, right? But it's the Lakers, and that's what you expect. They always find a way to get it done. So they got to find a way. AD, what do you have last night?
25, I believe.
And LeBron had, I think, like 30
31.
Listen, AD needs to take that step. He needs to be the top scorer now, right? LeBron needs to kind of lower his minutes, and yeah, you need some better role players, and they got to find a way to do it. It's NBA. NBA. You can always find a way to do it.
He had 27 and 6. So listen, he was also 0 for 3 from 3. Darvin needs to tell Anthony Davis to park his ass in the paint and get some rebounds and make some shots. Don't hang out behind the arc. You're not Dirk Nowitzki. Get down in the paint and do your job.
If you're gonna do it, you better make the shots. That's what you're gonna tell them. Like, hey, if you're gonna do that, you better make them. Otherwise, you living in the paint.
Why LeBron have 14 rebounds to your 6? Why Russell Westbrook getting twice as many rebounds as you? What are you doing?
I don't like the minutes that LeBron's starting out with either. Like he shouldn't be playing so many minutes. You got to preserve him for a playoff run. All right. All right. Look, let's read a couple of comments here.
Well, I'm talking about playing so many minutes. Lonnie Walker, 29 minutes and 5 points.
Just how it says, how's Zion doing?
I think he's doing all right. They're beating the hell out of Brooklyn. Let's take a look.
I bet you updated. It's not that bad anymore. Okay.
Oh, okay.
Hendo says LA Fakers.
Nobody wants to hear from Hendo. Zion Williamson right now is 4 for 9 with 8 points, 4 rebounds, and 1 assist in 13 minutes.
Yeah, it's early. We'll see what the final stat is.
He's the 4th leading scorer for the Pelicans, mind you.
Yeah.
So
just Al says my man Carmelo doesn't have a job yet. I think he's done. I think Melo's done.
Yeah, probably.
Andre Mir says Lakers done nothing to improve this season. I think Dennis Schroeder.
Oh, I'm sorry, Andre. Do you not love the addition of Scottie Pippen Jr.?
I saw that.
they had what they needed around LeBron and AD, and they traded all of it to get Russell Westbrook because they're obsessed with the big 3.
Garnett said LeBron is the Lamar Jackson of the Lakers. At least the Lakers got a championship with LeBron.
Yep.
Atu Pop says LeBron needs to go up to Rob Pelinka and ask, "Do you care about me? Why can't you get me any shooters?" You probably tried that, and Rob Pelinka's like, "You already got me a ring. I don't really care anymore."
Buddy Hield just sitting there, just waiting.
Just sitting there. They are going to make a move. I believe the Lakers will make something happen. They're just taking their time with it. I can't believe this is how they're going to go out.
No, once again, just like the Ravens front office, they are incompetent. They don't know what they're doing. They traded Kyle Kuzma, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope.
I don't think Jeannie Buss is incompetent.
They are incompetent. They traded those guys for Russell Westbrook. Why?
That was a bad move.
It was a terrible move. Also, Montrezl Harrell.
You put that on LeBron?
Look, no, I put that on the people whose job it is to acquire players. Even if LeBron said, do this, just say no. That's what the Heat did. That's what Pat Riley did, and they won 2 championships down there.
That's a good point. All right. Look, the Nets are losing right now, but I have every confidence that they're going to win. I think they're going to win a lot of games this year. What a turnaround from the circus that was this offseason. I saw a lot of people laughing. Okay, when we told it, we did a story on that. And, we I think we talked about it. We didn't do that many videos, but we did a couple of videos. I was catching it from my friends. I saw you guys on Twitter. Okay, I saw everybody laughing. Oh yeah, look at them now. Oh, the Knicks are back. It's the Knicks run New York again. Wrong. The
Knicks could have ran New York.
They could have, but
they fumbled it by saying, "Let's just extend RJ Barrett instead."
Look, we went from having to blow this team up. KD and Kyrie are going to be gone. Who knows what's going to happen with Ben Simmons at that point? To now, everybody's back and they're locked in and they're ready to go.
I hope this is how they play when they're locked in.
Listen, man, we're not worried about it. Okay, we play 4 quarters, unlike the Lakers. Oh, that was low. They do play 4 quarters. They had a bad quarter. They had a bad third quarter.
Yeah, they just don't do it well.
They outscored them in the 4th quarter. They cut down to 8 points.
And I don't even know why you would go there when your Baltimore Ravens only play 2 quarters.
That's not true. They play 3. They don't play in the 4th quarter.
They don't play in the 3rd quarter either. Y'all cannot score once it flips over to second half.
No. The 4th quarter. No, the fourth quarter is where we have all the issues.
Mm.
Yeah.
B's right.
That's right, Mike. That's where your defense has all the issues. Your offense has issues in the third and fourth.
Yeah. Who asked you, Mikey? The voice of reason, Mr. OTR Mike. All right. Okay. All right. We're going to give you guys a little weekly wrap up of NBA, which will probably go out on Mondays or Tuesdays, one of those days, wrapping up these games of the week. So that's just a little preview. We're talking about our teams. Okay, quick predictions, B. What do you think for the Lakers this year?
Man, look, based on what I saw yesterday, I mean, it's one game, but I got to base it off what I saw yesterday, right? They don't play defense. They can't shoot. LeBron looks 38. And based off of that game, I got to say they missed the playoffs.
Oh. I think they make the playoffs. I think they're not going to stand pat. That's not going to happen. LeBron's only missed the playoffs once, I believe, right? Or maybe
he's missed it a couple times in LA.
Twice in LA.
Yeah.
Right.
Well, I think
twice.
maybe three.
Maybe three.
I can't remember.
I think they make a move. If they start off on an ugly start, they'll make a move. Westbrook, he's out of there.
Yeah,
he should have been
toast.
gone already.
He's toast.
I think he's out.
I'm gonna say they win 50-something games. 50-something games.
Not this squad.
But it's gonna be the requirement to get into the play-in game. They're gonna win the play-in game. Yeah, and we'll see what they do in the playoffs. All right, let's talk about my Nets. Okay, happier times. 65 wins. That's right, I said it. 65 wins.
They're gonna win 65 out of 81.
Yes. No, 60. They win 60.
Okay.
They win 60. That's a lot. What you got, B?
I think that they're going to be a top 3 seed. And I think by playoff time, they're going to be just really scary for anybody to think about running into. I think it's going to be an incredible series between them and the Bucks when they eventually do play.
And the Lakers.
Why do you keep bringing his comments up? Nobody asked for his comments.
Horace Grant Jr.
Nobody.
Ron says Nets less than 65 wins. I amended my pick, man. It's going to be 60 wins. You think they're going to win less than 60, Raven Ron? Baseball Life says 45. For who? The Nets or the Lakers? Demolo says Knicks are going to take it.
Knicks are getting beat right now.
The Knicks are going to be. They're going to be a playoff team. I think
they're getting beat 51-37. Oh no! I'm sorry, 61-46.
Just Al says, Jose, don't do that to yourself. 60 wins. LOL. You think this Nets team can't win 60 games? Shout out to Money Making Mitch for the $5 donation. Says the Lakers can take Duncan Robinson and Kyle Lowry, and the Heat will take Westbrook. Miami Heat for life. Wow. You want Westbrook?
If you want Westbrook, done deal.
They will gladly take Duncan Robinson off your hands and Kyle Lowry. They would gladly take that.
They got like 35 point guards.
Yeah.
Nets fire Steve Nash mid-season, and then go on a championship run after that.
Nice.
That's
You think they're gonna David Blatt him?
Yeah.
Be in first place in Trenton.
No. Anyway? I think they'll be teetering around 500.
Wow.
Couple games above or below 500 by the time All-Star break. They make a move.
Wow.
They go with Jock Vaughn to take over, and they make a championship run
to finish the.
I like that. I like that.
Jock Vaughn, he's not the guy to take you this way.
I think he is.
They'll need a new voice, and that's what will catapult them for a championship run.
Don DiMelo says no one runs New York. The Nets. That's right. Raven Ron says, please pass Ben Simmons the ball before he goes back to therapy. Listen, Ben Simmons is going to be fine. Listen, yes, it's funny the stories that happen all season with the Nets players, but the Nets organization, I think they know how to handle players well which is why they still have KD and Kyrie on the team, right? That was a train wreck, but they worked it out. Well, yeah, maybe, yeah.
I told y'all they were taking the bullets for Ben Simmons. Now they're all one big happy family again.
Hey, look, they managed to work it out, and they're on the court right now. And at first I thought, okay, they're just making up to play nice so they can get the trade value up, but it doesn't seem that way now. It seems like they're really locked in this season and they're trying to win. So that's quite a turnaround in a short amount of time.
Well, it doesn't seem like they're trying to win tonight, but I get what you're saying.
What's the score now? They're only down how much? 10. Shout out to Anonymous for a $20 donation. Should Mr. Jackson consider sitting out by week 12? He's not going to sit out. I would. I'm that type of person. I'd have been sat out. But he's not going to sit out. He's going to play through the season. I think he's going to play great. He had an off couple games. I don't think that's going to hold up. He will make the adjustments. He's going to have a good year. And, we'll probably make the playoffs and, maybe even win the first round. And then that's about it. And the offseason, we'll see what they're saying. But no, I don't think Lamar will sit out.
Yeah, I don't think he will. I think, like you said, I think he should, but I think he wants to win too bad. The Nets are now down 8 at halftime. Kevin Durant woke up. He's got 21 at the half. Kyrie Irving did not wake up. He's still 2 for 9. Ben Simmons played 14 minutes. He picked up 3 fouls. I think he's still trying to work his way back into game shape there, particularly on the defensive end. But yeah, no, they're going to beat the Pelicans. They're the Pelicans.
Raven C says Celtics are his team. Celtics look good. They look good yesterday. I mean, what's his name? Got cooked. Smart. He got cooked by Harden. Boy, did you see that crossover?
He didn't make the shot.
He did make the shot.
Oh, all right. You must be thinking. No, the first one he didn't make the shot.
The one where he went sliding.
Yeah, no, he missed that shot.
Oh, I thought he made it.
No. He did that twice. He missed both shots.
Oh, whoops. Well, look, he still broke his ankles.
That's where Marcus Smart needs to be like an NFL cornerback and hop up and say, like, I did that.
Agent E likes the Bucks. Oh, okay. So look. We got an NBA crowd here. Agent E likes the Bucks. Raven C likes the Celtics. All right. Somebody asked about the Clippers. Marco G, your thoughts on the Clippers? Are you a Clippers fan, Marco G? The Clippers is
fool's gold, as always.
Why they got me fool's gold?
I don't know why they got to be like that, but they always are.
What you think, Mikey?
I'm kind of leaning towards B on that one. I mean, I hope John Wall can get it back together, and if he does, then I think they will be dangerous. But I mean, we haven't seen Kawhi in a year, so we got to see what we get out of him. But they got the names, right? They got the star power names, but typically when you got a team like that, it doesn't quite pan out. But they well coached. I think health will be a factor for them. Let's see if they're healthy, then I think they'll be top 4. I'd say top 5.
Kawhi is the reason why I don't like the street clothes moniker for AD, right? Yes, we laugh at him because he stays hurt a lot. Kawhi, the godfather of load management, right? That man said, I don't even know what kept him out for so long. I don't know if he was taking a mental health break or what, or just, I don't know. But my man hasn't played in like a year and a half, and nobody says anything.
And that's coming off of his other year and a half break when he was with the Spurs, because something wasn't right. He's played like 6 months of basketball in the last 8 years.
I need to put eyes on him, man, because part of me feels like he's gonna show up and he's gonna be like 250 pounds. He's like, what you been doing this whole time? I've been eating well.
He's gonna be like Boris Diaw.
He said, it turns out when you don't play, you still get your check.
Right.
Yolanda V says, my Magic hasn't been relevant in forever, if at all, but we're working on it.
Yolanda's so positive.
We're working on it. Hey, that's all you can say. We're working on it. Hey, I mean,
a lot of young
Hey.
talent there, Yolanda. They do have a lot of young
you don't have a
talent.
lot of young talent. They got one dude down there, and his name is Paulo Banquero. Okay?
They got a
oh,
couple,
they did get
they got a
Montero.
couple guys.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean,
Who they got?
Mo Bamba.
Garbage. What? Mo Bamba?
What's the kid's name that forgot how to shoot? Then he learned how to shoot. He got
Markel Fultz.
Markel Fultz. Yeah. Don't
Local guy.
Don't give up on
Local guy.
Fultz. Raven Ron called Kawhi a thief.
Orlando got some guys. Let me look them up.
He ain't got no guys. That's why you got to look it up, Mike. They ain't got no guys. I think they picked up Wendell. Did they pick up Wendell Carter? I don't know. But yeah,
Okay.
there are worse strategies than collecting Blue Devils. I'll tell you
Marco
that.
G said he's a Spurs fan. They're tanking for Victor. Okay.
Good luck with that.
Raven Ron said my Pacers getting blown out. Tank season. Wow. I know Buck is a Suns fan. Yes. Lots. Okay. All right.
I heard you weren't rooting for the Suns till they got rid of that racist.
The Suns?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, you did say that. You can't say my Suns. Okay. You are
Not
banned
yet.
from saying. You can say the Suns. Okay. You can say a son. You can say those sons over there, but you can't say my sons. Not yet.
Listen to this Orlando Magic. Yolanda, I'm with you. I might become a Orlando Magic fan.
Yes.
Listen to this. Cole Anthony, Mo Bamba,
No.
Banchero, Bobo. They got Bobo from Denver.
I like Bobo.
Wendell Carter, Markel Fultz, RJ Hampton, Jonathan Isaac.
They got every big name college bust they could find.
Jalen Suggs, and they got the Wagner brothers, France and what's the
Mo Wagner?
Mo Wagner, yeah. See,
yeah,
Mo ain't bad.
Let's see. I see they have a bunch of scrubs and then the mega guy.
Who's the coach?
Then they bring back let's see. I think they brought. Oh no, that was Charlotte.
They brought back Clifford. Yeah.
That's a team that need a scrappy coach. That sounds
that's a team that could use a Thibodeau.
Oh, they got Jamal. They got Jamal Mosley, young black guy.
Okay. Yeah.
Sad we had to look up everything, but
16 wins. Congratulations, Yolanda.
Listen. You're gonna have a really nice pick at the end of the year. Okay, help is on the way, Yolanda.
You're gonna
Help
have a really nice pick, and it's not gonna be Victor, and it's not gonna be what's his name, Scooter or Scotty or whatever his name is.
Yeah. Andre Mir says Sixers. All right. Okay.
Condolences.
Listen. So since we have so many NBA fans in here, right? Mikey is not a fan of any particular NBA team. All right, y'all gonna have to sell him on the team. We're gonna be monitoring these games. Okay, we're gonna be discussing some NBA. Leave your comments. Okay, convince this man of which team he should go with. Okay, I say Nets. Okay, might I interest you in some KD, some Kyrie, Ben Simmons there, Mikey. Okay, look those Basquiat jerseys, they're real nice. All right, you know. Like, I mean, they have Biggie Knight over there.
Listen,
okay.
If you're picking a team, you want a team that's trending up. You want somebody like Memphis with Ja Morant. You want a team like Dallas with Luka Doncic. Yeah, you want to pick a young gun and ride with them. You want a team like Minnesota with Michael Jordan's son over there. You know, they pick a team like that.
Michael Jordan.
Anthony Edwards.
Oh,
they got Cat.
Listen.
They got D'Angelo Russell, and for some reason they got the Frenchman.
Listen, I really like that Memphis organization. Right, they went from the Grindhouse era into the Ja Morant era. They stay competitive. Are they gonna win? Probably not anytime soon, but they are really exciting to watch.
Now, I will caution you with Memphis, you gotta ask yourself. So Ja Morant's up here right now with his vertical, and he's down here with his jumper. Now, as the vertical drops, because it will, is the jumper going to come up to meet it? I don't know.
But
anything.
But his vertical is more like off the screen, right?
Yeah.
So when it drops, it's like maybe he won't be able to touch the top of the backboard. but he will still get very high up there.
I wish he wouldn't jump so
Yeah.
high. Every time he jumps so high, all I can think of is Gary Baxter.
Man, he jumped up there with two hands and grabbed that ball.
He has he has Vince Carter like jumping ability. Like Vince Carter at 50 can still jump right now. So it's money making Mitch said that said Miami. That was the last.
Mitch said something else too.
Yeah, shout out to Miami.
I see.
Mitch for the $5 donation. Says, "Come to South Beach, Mike. We actually stay relevant and compete, unlike Nets and the Lakers." Excuse me.
The Lakers who just beat you in the finals. That Lakers.
Wow.
That man. I was gonna say that's the last team I rooted for was the Heat when they had Bizarro. The year they had Bizarro LeBron, I think that was his second year after they lost the first championship, and then he went with the black face mask. That's the last NBA team I rooted for because I like that LeBron, like the LeBron against the world. But then as soon as he went back to Cleveland, I was just like, whatever. I can't root for Cleveland. So I'm back to not having a team since then.
I'm gonna tell y'all a little story.
That's another one on the rise right there, Cleveland.
I'm gonna tell y'all a story. We're gonna hit up bonus time. Okay, y'all want to get back into some? Isn't this more fun than talking about the Ravens?
Yeah,
right. Like everybody's smiling, they feel good, right? We start talking about the Ravens, you get angry. I can see the anger in what you're typing. You're typing in all caps. Do you really want to go back to that? You can if you want. Bonus time is your time. All right.
Sports are fun.
But I want to tell you this little story, right? I don't even know if Mikey remembers this, but back in the day, right? We used to play college football online with all of our friends. We had the dynasty leagues, and one time we decided to do 2K. Do you remember we did that 2K online? And we had a fantasy draft, right? We got to pick. We had our teams. We could pick any player we wanted. Well, Mikey, I can't remember. It might even been the Heat. It may have been the Heat, whatever team he was using. The computer glitched up, right? And Mikey got to pick back to back when he wasn't supposed to pick back to back. My man picked LeBron and D Wade. This is before.
Mm-hmm.
This is before the decision.
Mm-hmm.
And I got so mad out and OTR Brandon was like, we're just gonna let it ride. It is what it is. I was like, it's not. I said, listen, there's no possible way that LeBron and D Wade would be on the same team. Nobody would allow that. That cannot happen.
That's basketball reason part of it.
And lo and behold,
then we ran into not one, not two, not three.
Do you want to see it, man? If you want to see grown men yell and scream over games, man, that was in our 20s. But man, those used to be some heated conversations about video games. Okay. It was our worst and best moments.
And that's why old man gamers
is not coming back. So let's get this back to the basketball. We want to give you our picks for MVP, who wins the title, and finals MVP.
Okay.
All right. So you want to start us off, Jose? So
MVP?
Yeah.
Who wins the MVP? Man, look. I'm going to be biased on this. I'm going to go to home pick. I'm going to say KD. KD stays healthy the whole year. He wants to show that, hey, this is still my league. All right. He's still the man. He hears everybody talking. He was kind of a joke this offseason. He wants to quiet all that. I'm saying KD MVP. Lock it up.
Okay, 0 chance KD wins it. That's a narrative street pick. They will not vote for him. Whether he deserves it or not. I mean, I think he's going to play fantastic, but I don't think they'll vote for him.
Okay.
That's kind of similar to me. Like I like Jokic, right? He's won 2 in a row. I don't think there's any way they vote for him to win the third.
Right. He's won 2 in a row?
Yes, sir. I like Luka Doncic, and my default position is to just say Luka until he wins it because he's definitely going to win one because they will vote for Luka, right? No, he doesn't. All right. So anyway, Luka, I'm taking Luka off the board for right now. We got my sleeper pick was Ja Morant, with the Memphis making a deep run in the Western Conference playoffs, but I don't think they're ready yet. Going back, like Marco G says, with Giannis.
That's such an easy pick.
It's not an easy pick.
Such an easy pick.
Steph Curry? No. Come on, man.
All right, Garnet says Ja. Baseball Life says Jokic. Hendo says Steph Curry. Of course you did.
No
Raven
way.
C says Tatum MVP. Of course you said that.
No chance. Tatum.
Raven Ron says Ja Morant. Okay.
No, that's Finals MVP. He says Ja Morant.
Oh, Finals MVP. I didn't pick
Memphis,
Finals MVP.
Memphis ain't winning no title. Yeah, but we're gonna go MVP first. Mike, what you got?
MVP.
Yes, sir.
Joel Embiid. He'll close it out this year.
They give MVP to guys who play 58 games.
So I was about to say, I was like, yeah, he was right there, and
he was right there last year.
But I don't think he's gonna hold
There's
up.
no way Joker wins it again. There's no way he wins 3 in a row.
I just think they won't give it to him, even if he is the best player in the league. They won't give him 3 in a row.
They would. Well, is he? Never mind. He might.
No. That's why they go to Luka.
Marco G said Pat Bev. All right, we got to speed this up because they trying to sneak us. They trying to get us to hashtag 2 hours. Hashtag
so,
no 2 hours.
NBA champion, Jose.
Go Nets.
Champion and final MVP.
Nets, KD, final MVP, league MVP, finals MVP. That's right. I said it.
Okay. Champions, I'm going to go ahead and say that is a tough one.
Nets, right? Yeah.
I do like the Nets. You know, I'm going to say the Nets, and I'm going to say KD gets his finals MVP.
Hey,
I don't like it.
That?
I don't like it, but that's what I'm saying. Mike.
Yeah.
I'm going to say Utah Jazz, and I'm kidding. So I'm torn, right? Part of me wants to go with the obvious, Golden State again. I just think they're healthier again. They're getting Wiseman back. I just think they'll be better. So that's my easy pick. My second to kind of easy pick, some people would think it is, but I'm going to say the Suns get it done for CP3. I'm going to say they get it done. They fight through the adversity they had this offseason with their owner and all of that, and I think they pull it off. They win the championship, and CP3 is the finals MVP.
I mean, Fantasyland. You about to get banned from this show. CP3, he's not even physically capable of winning a finals MVP anymore.
I think I'm not saying that can't happen. But if it's going to happen, DeAndre Ayton has to step it up. He has to take it to another level.
Oh yeah, he got his money. He got
and Devin, and it would probably be Devin Booker, the finals MVP, if they win it.
I'm gonna tell you right now, Phoenix out in the first round.
But if it's Golden State, then I think Steph gets his second finals MVP back to back.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Well, Buck is very happy with your pick, Mikey. Manuel says CP3 equals C3PO. Baseball Life says Ben Simmons can't improve. LOL. We just want him to hoop. Ben Simmons just needs to be him. Ben Simmons doesn't need to improve anymore. He's already an excellent defender, a great ball handler, and he's an excellent inside scorer. Right? He just needs to be him. He doesn't have to be anything outside that, especially on the Nets team. We have plenty of shooters. So, Hendo says, "Did you see CP3's new commercial, Speed Walking? He just Russell Wilson himself."
There you go, Mike.
Oh, Chan Wu, what's going on? He says Lakers. There you go, B.
Wow. Okay.
Chan Wu always comes with the positivity, man. That's why we like you.
I believe it less now.
You got to speak it into existence. All right. This is gonna be a rapid fire bonus time because we are an hour and 45 minutes in.
We're already done.
We're only doing this because we're rolling out the new layout, and we're excited, and we hope you guys like it. All right. But real quick, bonus time. All right. Listen, let me pull it up here. Bonus time. Let's go. Put your comments in there. Any questions? We're gonna read it for a few minutes, and then we're gonna start up the overtime show. Shout out to everybody that has donated up to this point. If you want to be awesome like everybody's donated, right next to Mikey $LBHT Show. That is a Cash App. Also, that pin link that you see in the comments will take you to our stream elements. Both ways, leave a donation, leave a comment, and Microphone Man right there, right on time, will raise the fist. Okay, and appreciation and shout out to Keelan for the donation. It says nobody wants to talk about it, but Mark Andrews is a selfish player. Wow. Okay.
Wow.
Let's see. He puts his stats over actually winning, and it's why he always says he loves the scheme. He runs option routes, messing up the spacing and timing just to make sure he is always a target. Whew, that is kind of tough, Keelan. Like I hear you, but he's the only real option, right? So, I mean, he's kind of look. Every star wide receiver is selfish. They want their stats, right? They always think the ball should be in their hands. So I don't have a problem with that mentality. I want him to feel that way. Like we need him to feel that way. We need players on the team that want to get the ball, right? He's the only one. So I mean, I'm fine with it. I'm fine with that mentality, right? He should be targeted heavily if you're not going to get any other wide receivers.
Well, yeah, I mean, like, yeah, he runs option routes. They give him option routes to run. Why would he not? Why would you not want him doing that? Like, who is it that you're desperate to get the ball to?
Yeah.
I mean, he is the only consistent threat in Baltimore outside of Lamar Jackson. So if he weren't selfish, if he weren't going out there trying to catch every pass, what would this offense look like?
Right. All right. Michael
Travis Kelce selfish too, right?
Yeah. KD blocked Ingram from posterizing them. Nice. I'll get a score update on that in a minute. Pop says Ja comp is prime Derrick Rose and Allen Iverson with a little jumper and Vince Carter. I like that mixture. Okay.
Brooklyn's down 10.
All right. Hey, look, plenty of time. No panic here. No panic. All right. Let's see.
Ooh,
Baseball Life.
That's a good question by Chris Hall. We can get to it.
Chris Hall? Okay, let me read Baseball Life first. Wink got the last laugh. Ain't that crazy? No, he didn't. It's just one game. And like win a Super Bowl. Like he's had good defenses before, right? We know there are times where his defenses play well. Let's see how it holds up. That don't mean nothing. Right? Okay, you got to win. Congrats. Chris Hall says, B, I got a question for you. Who you taking, Prime Cam or Lamar?
Cam.
Prime Cam, huh?
Cam, easy. I shouldn't say easy. I mean, not to Lamar. Lamar is a phenomenal player, but Cam has a better arm than Lamar has. And you know, I not that I prefer Cam's running style, but I think that it was more useful in critical situations than Lamar's run style, right? Like if it's third and short, are you third and 2, third and 3, whatever? Are you counting on Lamar necessarily? You want him to go out there and make somebody miss and try to pick up 2 yards, or 260-pound Cam going to run somebody over, right? And before his injury, Cam had one of the strongest arms in the league. He was one of the best deep passers in the league. So I mean, I would take Cam.
I'm gonna go with Lamar, but no, look, I feel you on Cam. Cam at his peak was great.
They're two of the most talented quarterbacks the league's ever seen.
Yeah, I think Lamar is. Look, Cam has a stronger arm, no question. I think Lamar is a better passer. I think he has a little bit more touch on his passes. But listen,
Cam was streaky like that. But when he was on. But
yes,
it came and went.
Yeah. Both of them, man. Like I would love to see them with weapons, right? Because Cam didn't really have any weapons either. What you saying, Mikey?
No, I was gonna say they both are like the ultimate weapon at the quarterback position. And they both, kind of played on different spectrums. Like Cam will run you behind over, and Lamar is just gonna burn you. So, I don't think you can go wrong in either direction with them. Cam was that dude. That MVP season with Cam was doing some things that we never seen at the quarterback position. So, I think
And he was making it look easy.
Yeah, and I think they both have had moments when they made things look easy to the point which made them the most highly criticized quarterbacks in history, probably. Because of who and how they play, and also the most disrespected. Didn't get as many calls as they should get. The whole 9 yards. No, the whole 9 yards. So I don't think you can go wrong either way.
All right, a couple more comments, and we are getting up out of here. Let's see. Keelan says, but he's not a star wide receiver, though. He's a tight end who runs a 4.7 that can't catch over the shoulder and is limited in his route tree, but he's still our best receiver.
And he still went for 1,300 yards last year.
Yeah, I agree. He's not. I don't think he's a star, but he's the best player. He's really good.
But again, Keelan, the question is, if not Mark, then who?
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to, right? It's not, oh man, we're forcing Mark the ball at the expense of Stephon Diggs or AJ Brown or Devontae Adams. We're forcing the ball to Mark because we don't have any other option.
Yeah. Raven Juan says D Hop still gets 1,000 yards a season. I say yes.
No.
Okay.
I don't think so.
Garnett says Brooklyn is overrated. Garnett, I don't think they are, right? I don't think too many people have them rated that high right now. I think because of what happened in the offseason, they expect them to not really gel. And I don't think too many people are picking them to win anything, right? I know they're not picking them to be the best in the East. So no, I don't think they're overrated. I mean, when you say overrated, you think they're not at least the third best in the Eastern Conference?
He said you overrated them. 60 wins.
Yeah, that's right.
Can't even beat the Pelicans
because they're underrated. Let's see. Baseball Life says Brodny, I guess I gotta respect your opinion. You've seen more. Yeah, well, he's old.
Wow. He's talking about on Cam and Lamar.
Yeah, probably.
Right. Brooklyn's down 15 now.
Like what quarter is it?
Still third quarter.
Okay, I'm not worried about it. Okay.
Oh, okay. Now it's 17.
Okay, I'm not worried about it.
Okay, let me refresh it again and let's see if you get worried.
Let's step it up. Kyrie, do your part. Jose, what's wrong with our coaching? Our coaching has been a problem for many years. Harbaugh should have been fired. Lamar's rookie season, right? Steve Bisciotti should have went with his instincts, went with his gut, and just fired Harbaugh. Harbaugh is not a great coach. He's a good coach. I'm not going to say he sucks, but you guys have seen the show where I made a comparison. He is Mike McCarthy. So whatever you think of Mike McCarthy, that's what John Harbaugh is. And I know most of you don't have high opinions of Mike McCarthy, but that's what John Harbaugh is. He's Mike McCarthy. Okay. And his act is worn thin on his team. He doesn't allow for those alpha type personalities in the locker room because he can't handle it. That's exactly why we didn't get Robbie Anderson, because Robbie Anderson had a little blow up with the coaches. He said, "No, I can't handle that here. My fragile ego wouldn't be able to handle that. So let's go get Desean Jackson." Okay, he wants choir boys.
Hey,
in the locker room.
It's time to wrap it up because we are rapidly approaching 2 hours, and they're not doing this to us.
All right, that is it. We are wrapping it up. Mr. OTR Mike has a podcast coming out. Open Mic with OTR Mike. That is coming soon, very soon. We've been working behind the scenes, so make sure you go and subscribe. Open Mic with OTR Mike. All right. Also, Ring Kings podcast. You will see all three of us like this. All right. Okay. All right. That's it. B, are you ready?
Yes.
Listen, if you like the intro, we hope you like the end credits. Shout out to 57 people that are still here hanging tall with us. You want to see more? We're going over to the overtime show. You can sign up at patreon.com/LBHT Show. All right. But if not, we will see you next time. Y'all have a good night and a great week. Peace out.